So, Felicia, what are you up to today?
Stop living dangerously. There's so much editing you're making me do now. So, decision has been made to make this one. So I'm going to start tracing this. This size bundle is US 10 to 18, and I've just been having a look at it. And it compared to my measurements, and I'm kind of right there at size 18. Some of it's a bit, the measurements are smaller than me, but I don't think it's going to matter. Some areas like the hips, the skirt's going to be, it's a bit flared, so I don't think the shortfall in the hips is going to be an issue. There is quite a bit of ease in, like if I look at the measurement, I'm not in that size bundle, but if I look at the measurement for the finished garment, I'm well within that size bundle. So I'm going to go with size 18, and I will make a test toile out. So what I do is I like to keep the patterns complete because, as we all do, we change in size. So if I want to make it again at a different size, I'll be able to go and trace off the other size. So that's pretty much the goal there. So this comes with the B, C, D or double D cup, and according to my measurements, I need to trace off the C cup range. So before I get to tracing, I'm going to have a look, and I forgot to write this down, at what pattern pieces I need. So I'm going to look at doing view B, which is a short sleeve with the gathers at the top. It's got an empire line, princess seam, and sort of an A-line skirt. It's not quite a full skirt, but it is flared. So it's probably as full as I'm going to be comfortable wearing, given I'm not a dress wearer, really. So what I need to do is trace off a few, work out what pattern pieces I need to trace off, and go ahead and start tracing. So I will speed up this video so you can, you know, because it's going to take a bit of time. So I need one C bodice. I'm just going to write the list of items I need, or pattern pieces that I need, so that I don't forget to trace it off. So I need 2C for the bodice side front. And I need 3 the bodice back, and 4 the bodice side back, and 5 the front facing. Oh, they are all V-neck, so the same facing does all of them. 6 back facing. No, I don't need 7. That is for sleeve A. I will need 8, which is the skirt front, and 9 the skirt side front, 10 the skirt back, 11 the skirt side back, and 12 I will need, which is sleeve for version B that I'm doing, and I don't need the 13 or 14th piece because that's related to C. So I'm gonna put my instructions in the envelope so I don't lose them. And start to trace it. Now what I do trace it on is Vilene. Is it called Vilene? I think it's called Vilene, which is a really thin interfacing type thing. I guess you can use it as a sewing interfacing. I'll just come a bit closer to the camera to show you that that's pretty sheer. It also can tear pretty easily because it's not a woven fabric. That's lightweight. And what I eventually do is put it into a plastic sleeve with the pattern pack. So that's all together. If I trace off a number of sizes, I may have multiple folders as well, but it's tracing off the one size for now. So and then it'll be fun trying to fold this back up. Looks like there's only 2 sheets. So deal with 1 sheet at a time. I know that some people will iron this. I don't. I don't think it makes a huge difference. I just flatten it as well as I can and just ensure I get the creases out where I have to trace. And then so we've got sleeve B here, so I might as well start with that, which is the last pattern pieces that I need. Now what they've done is they've got the individual sizes actually. So I'm just looking, that is not my sizes that I need actually. So what else have we got here? There we are, over here. Okay, yep, still on the screen. So I'm just using my kitchen island and I put this a thickish white paper that I've got like a big roll off Marketplace for like $5, which was a really big bargain because I'm sure it was way more than that to purchase. So I just have a few offcuts as well of this that I keep, tracing those little pieces, just to try and utilize as much and reduce the waste. So here we go, I'm just getting those creases out. Have a couple of rulers. I am going to, because there's a fair bit of curves, I'm just going to put that down there just to hold the paper and trace away. Just marking in those pleats. Notches, straight grain, all that stuff. So this one is, it's not gathers, it's going to be actual pleats on the sleeve, which is different. I don't think I've ever made
a sleeve like this.
I just moved it a bit, but that's okay, I can fix it. Okay, so then very important to label your pattern so you remember. Simplicity 2247, size 18, 12, sleeve B, cut 2, and that would be a mirrored image. Got my notches marked, and I just lift it before I move it and just make sure that I've traced everything off. So I'm going to continue doing that and let you know the next step, which might be a different day. Okay, I am tracing some of the last few pieces that I need to do, which are around the bust, so they're quite small. And I need to write down on the pattern pieces what they are, obviously. Simplicity 2247, C cup, size 18. So what they've done is on the side seam, they do a 1-inch seam allowance. So it allows you to do some different sort of fitting. And that's the bodice side front. Piece 2C and cut 2, which would be a mirrored thing. So that's 2C. Now I need to find the bodice back there. I'm just using some of these scrap bits up if they're big enough, which I've run out of big spots. 5 front facing and 1C. Okay, I need some bigger pieces now. And I still need the skirt side back, so I don't know if I missed tracing that. But now I need the bodice back, the bodice front, C cup, and the front facing from this set of patterns. And hopefully my hopeless pattern weight doesn't jump up here again. So, bodice back. Stop messing it all up, buddy. Hey? No one wants to see your butt. Are you snoring while you're awake? Excuse me. With the bodice front, it's on the fold, so I am going to trace it in a way that I can make both sides. Alright, so what I'm going to do is trace this in a way that it'll go. Probably come down a little bit. You may see my pattern weight walk around. The reason I want to have them flat is because of the patterns. I want to be able to get a good get a good pattern down the centre front. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn this over and match up that centre front line. And start tracing the other half. Once I've cut this, I'll actually be able to, you may see a cat coming in. What was I saying? I've already written the instructions on the other side. So now I have traced the whole centre front bodice piece as one. And I want to do the same with the facing. Excuse me, it's not a toy. This is serious business, girl. Come on, off you get. Boop, boop, off you get. Come on. Off. Thank you. How am I going to do this piece now? I don't think so. I'm going to cut these. Are you right there? What? What is it? Can you get off, please? Off you get. Come on. Boop. Off. Excuse-moi. Alright, so now I'm going to trace the front facing, which I will also, is on the fold. So I'm going to trace this as a whole piece. Hey, don't play with my pattern. There's so much editing you're making me do now. Yeah. Come on, go to your window seat. Can I have that? No, it's not a game. Alright, so now I'm going to turn this over so I can trace the other half. Hopefully in a little bit of piece, but we won't know that. So I'm just grabbing a bigger ruler to use as a decent pattern weight, because this cat is not very good. Can you get off? Off. No, it's not a game. You need to get off. It's a slight curve, so I'm just doing drawing it in myself, just a little bit at a time. And I'm pretty sure that's all the pieces I need. I'm pretty sure that's all the pieces I need from here. This sheet. Let's see. I've got number 5. Yep. I've got number 1C and I've got number 3 bodice back. So I just need to find the skirt side back. And trace it. Now let's see if I can fold up this tissue paper to go back into the packet. With a cat on it. What? You need to get off. Off. Okay, let's got rid of the cat eventually. Now I'm just gonna fold this up as best as I can. Trying to follow the original creases. No. There we go. Packed. Got my useless pattern weight hanging about. She probably wants to be fed again. She likes eating. So now that I've traced them all onto this Vilene, I keep little bits like that for small pattern pieces. I'm cutting them out. Wow. Alright, so I'm just going to cut all these pieces out, but I might have to do it off camera because I've got a bit of a kitty problem. It wants to get into everything. So to help me guide, what I actually do is rest my finger on the scissors, and I find that gives me a little bit more control. Excuse me. That bit's not helpful to me anymore. So, yeah, so by holding the blade, and I've got the blade touching me somehow, like I don't know if you can see, it's leaning against my finger. It just helps me keep the blade steady so I can be as accurate as possible. I'm just going to cut off this excess. So I can have less to work with. And leaning the scissors now on the table just to have better control. Yay, she's gone. In addition to making a dress for me, I also am using another lot of precious fabric to make a shirt for my husband. And I'm not even sure I have enough of the fabric. I might have to put a contrast with it. But I do have plenty of another fabric that I can toile it in, so he'll have a wearable toile, and that'll give me an idea of whether I can cut the pieces out of the piece of fabric we've got, or if I've got to look for a contrast to go with it. some reason I didn't trace the skirt before. I missed one, which is annoying because I had to unfold that second tissue paper again. It's always a bit hard to put that back together to fit back in the envelope they came out of. But this way, if I change size, I can still make this dress. I'll just have to trace another size. Or if I need to make it for someone else. So this, I'm working off my kitchen island, which is a dark stone. So I cover it with this white paper to make it a bit easier to trace off. This is the center front. I think that's going to be a good depth, I think. It does have seam allowance, and if you ever want to then cut this on the fold, obviously you can just fold it in half and you got your cut and fold. Yeah, maybe I can use that. All right, last piece is number 5, which is the front neck facing, which you need to cut interfacing as well as the fabric. I'll have to look in the instructions to see if it has it, but there's this really nice way to attach the interfacing to the facing on the outside before you iron it on. You sew it non-glue side to the right side of the fabric, and then you put it to the wrong side of the fabric and you press it down, and it has a lovely finish on your facing then. And I saw this on Shan's channel, The Kittenish Behaviour, but it was also in one of the instructions. It might be in the instructions for the pattern in the Amazing Fit as an option to elevate your finishes, which I will certainly be doing. I could line it, but I don't think I need to, and I don't want it too baggy, and the fabric's got stretch, so if I line it I may not have a lining with the same stretch, so I don't think I'll iron it. It's definitely not see-through, so I don't have to worry about that. And that's the facing, front facing cut, which again, you can fold it in half, cut it on the fold if you want later. That is all the pieces. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, get rid of these 2 smaller bits to use. And what I do is I unroll a little bit just to trap all these little pieces in. I don't know. So they don't get crushed. I don't forget about them. So if I put them in a container, I know I'll forget. And when you sew with knits, you got lots of these little selvage cuts off. So they're a great way to get a use out of them, because they don't fray and just tie up. and control the roll, which is good. Anyway, might go get the fabric to try. As my toile, I've got this navy cotton sateen that's got a bit of stretch, so it's very similar to the fabric that I'm going to be using, but I've cut it narrower than what it was for something else, and now I have about 2.10 by 2.10 meters to use up. So I don't know if I can get a dress out of it. To be honest, I'm not sure I want a dress in it. I might turn it into a wearable top, but I'll see if I can get a whole dress out. So maybe it'll look nice. Maybe I'll do put some heat transfer vinyl on. I don't know. I'm not going to embroider it. Yeah. So I've only got selvage on one side. I can't even tell the right and wrong side. So that's going to be fun. They both look a bit shiny. Anyway. Let's start with the single cuts, which is the on the fold that I've traced full pieces. So this is a single layer. I think I need to focus on the top pieces first. If I leave that for the single cuts, and then I could simply fold these in half. I'm just going to roughly check, and then I will iron the fabric before I really get into it. So, because we've got lots of little pieces, they'll fit here, I think. Actually, being a plain colour, I could probably cut the front on the fold, because I'm not pattern matching. I don't have enough to get the full skirt length out. So I'm gonna iron this fabric. Focus on the bodice pieces first and then see what I have left and just figure out how long each skirt piece will be so that I can trial that on. It might be like a top length, but as I said, I probably don't need a full dress, so I do need some tops. And yeah, I really need to test the bodice part because that's where I can have a lot of fitting issues because I have a full bust. I can have narrow shoulders and my waist is smaller than my bust, but it's still a big waist. So I need to figure all that out. Anyway, I'm going to iron the fabric and fold it, and I'll come back and do some more videoing. Had some lunch, ironed the fabric, and I've pinned it all on. So it turns out I have enough fabric to make a dress, but albeit it'll be 10 centimeters shorter, and I got the whole thing pinned and ready to go to be cut up. So I've got the, let's start from the bottom, the side back, yep, the skirt back, the skirt side front, the center front on the fold, and the skirt side back. And then I've got all the top pieces and the sleeve. So I'm just gonna cut that out, and I guess I'll leave you there to video it. I'm left-handed, and for some reason scissors that say they're left or right-handed go blunt on me very quickly. So, which is a bit of annoyance. So this is, because this is all a blue, quite a navy, I was able to top and tail the skirts because they've got the different flares. You know what? Oh, should I might get my electric scissors. Centre front. I am going to get my electric scissors. These are electric scissors and they might be a bit loud, so I'll avoid talking and just cut away, and maybe voice over it or something if I need to say anything. It allows me to keep the fabric more on the surface so I don't distort the cut. Centre back facing, centre front facing. Sleeve, sleeves. Just going to move these away. Bodice side front. The side back. Flip that piece to get better cuttage. That's not a word. But, centre back. Okay, now we get to the skirt part. Centre front, cut on the fold. I meant the centre front skirt. Side back skirt. Side back skirt. And that is the skirt side front. So it's an empire seam. I don't know if you can see the length, probably not. It's going just below my knee, so it'll have to be a very small hem, which is fine. Or maybe I'll do a bias hem, where you put bias binding on it and turn it in. I don't have enough fabric to make bias binding, but like self bias binding. That's all the scraps really that I've got usable, and some of that will be, then I've got some scraps that will be really not usable and just usable as, you know, testing my stitches and stuff like that. So now I should sew it up and see if I can finish it today and check back in. I'm taking a little break. I made a matcha, what do you call it? Matcha latte, which it's all right. I'm not sure I'm a matcha person, but I thought I'd try it as a healthy alternative. So here we are. Anyway, so where I'm at is I have traced off all the pattern pieces, cut a toile fabric out, which is a navy cotton spandex, which is the same type of fabric that I'll be using for the actual dress, just plain blue. And I'm going to take a moment to just have a read over the instructions in the pattern, and I think I know how it should go together because I've sewn a princess line dress before, but I just want to have a look at the different options and the finishing options that they give, just to elevate the design, and just having a think about, I don't know whether I should leave it as plain or should I add something else, and then I'll have two nice dresses to wear out. But I'm going to do a nice finish of the facing. I might add that into my next video. I'm going to try and finish this video off, which is going to include the tracing and the cutting of the toile, and I'll do some sewing tomorrow, take some more footage for the next video of my process of my precious fabric make. So I will also share, I'm going to make a shirt for my husband out of a fabric he chose some time ago, and it's a precious fabric. It's not, I don't think it's quite enough, and I may need to get a contrast, but we'll see. And but I've got plenty of a similar fabric to trial. If you've come this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. If you could give a like and maybe comment on how you think I'm progressing with my precious fabric make. Did I do something that you want to find out more about, and I'll share it in another video. But yeah, you can also, it'd be great if you hit the subscribe button. So, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye. What's Jack up to? Go get him. Go on. Go get Uncle Jack. Yeah. Oh, come on. Doop beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. Come on, off you get. Don't look cute and adorable. How dare you? How dare you look cute and adorable? Eh? Come on. Come on. Off you get. You guys are hopeless. Yeah, hopeless. Got to get off. Down here. Come on. Down. Off you get. Come on. Don't just watch it. Get off and get it. Come on. Good girl. All right. Now I can move this about. How do I keep you occupied? And yeah, once I cut this, I'll be able to see if I like the shape of... Are you right there? You can't hog the camera. You can't hog it. Okay, nut job. That's Jack running around the house, if you can hear that. Catapult. Cat running around. Now they've made me forget what I was going to say. If you've come this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. If you could give a like and maybe comment on how you think I'm progressing with my precious fabric make. Did I do something that you want to find out more about, and I'll share it in another video. But yeah, you can also, it'd be great if you hit the subscribe button. So, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.